Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, this is going to be a collective message. This is the series where if you would like to suggest a topic, you can do that in the comment section. I scan through usually and just pick somebody's message. However, up until the end of this month, until the beginning of February, I'm doing something extra in this series, which is I'm randomly selecting someone to get a free card pull at the end of this video. Anyone who writes hashtag tarot dog in the comment section is a subscriber and gives this video a thumbs up. You're entered to win. Now, what happened today is something I just crossed this bridge for the first time. We ended up, as I scan through, and I do just literally do a swipe with my finger. Sometimes I do up, down. Sometimes I do 4 swipes. Sometimes it's just different every time. So it's super random how people win. But my finger landed on Gigi Alexander. And Gigi had not only given a topic as a suggestion, but also written hashtag tarot dog. So today, basically, we're going to use Gigi's topic, but then also Gigi is going to be the winner at the end of this video. I'll pull a card for Gigi. Just know that may not always be the way it goes throughout the rest of this month. If my finger lands on somebody and they didn't give a topic, they just wrote tarot dog, that'll be the winner, but I'll use my own deck to shuffle through for the collective message topic. Okay. So I just wanted to explain how that'll work. Sometimes a winner might get basically double the fun. So feel free, if you have a topic, add that into that section, because you could be the winner for both the topic and getting the card pull. But like I say, not everybody wants to throw a topic out, and that's totally fine also. Anyway, I hope that explains how we'll be doing this so we keep it nice and fair. So Gigi's topic was a really great one. It was about past life recall. Now, I always kind of take a topic and then I'll just broaden it just a little bit or reframe the sentence. And so I'm going to say memory, because if it's a past life recall, obviously it's going to be someone who's having some kind of a moment of memory. But let's just start out. As always, these are fictional stories about fictional characters, but let's go ahead and see what do we start with. Okay, so there's an element of forgiveness that surfaces from some kind of past life experience. We could have a character who either encounters someone, and for whatever reason, they feel very benevolent toward a person. And maybe this was a person that they had great conflict with in a past life. Perhaps this is someone who wants to do something unexpectedly nice for our lead character. And the lead character in turn feels like, why are they doing these things for me? I don't hardly even know them. Maybe it's because this is their way of trying to make amends for some past life action, that maybe it's they who have the past life memory and it's not our lead character. That's a different twist. We haven't seen that one before. Let's get one more out of the past life deck and then we'll move forward. We have health, and this could be spiritual health that we're talking about. This could be the medical staff, of course, reminds me of the story of Asclepius. So Asclepius was the father of medicine in, the Greek mythology aspect. And it was said that he had a powerful touch within his own fingertips, almost like a healing, laying hands on a kind of healing sensation, almost like maybe a tactile, like a massage kind of thing, but it was able to heal all kinds of things. Now, he also, it was said, would have his patients come, and they would come into this temple and they would sleep the night on the temple floor. And depending upon whatever dreams they had, they would relay the dreams the next morning. And it was through those dreams and kind of sifting through whatever the dream state was that it would be determined what the ailment was, and then therefore whatever the healing energy would be, or whatever the treatment would be. And then it's also said that there was this element where he had believed that he had discovered the kind of like elixir of eternal life, because he saw a serpent who had been, I think, cut in half somehow, and another serpent brought a little piece of an herb to that serpent, and it regenerated his little buddy. And so that was also the introduction to how herbs and such are healing. So let me put it this way. Because we're talking about past life memories or past life recall, but it appears that someone wants forgiveness, it could be, when we talk about regenerating things, I don't think that this is so much about Maybe our character is in the healing profession. Maybe that's why they feel the need to do good to help others heal, because maybe once upon a time in a past life they were causing harm. So now instead they want to heal those around them. And it could be all so that they can gain forgiveness. But it could be that maybe someone is an herbalist, or maybe someone who's, very interested in all of that aspect of things. Or maybe it's to regenerate a very specific relationship. So I'm going to argue right now the past life recall on why someone does the things that they do, it may not be our lead character. It could be somebody who enters their life who has this real need to gain forgiveness. And our lead character could be like, I don't even know this person. Why are they behaving in such an interesting way? Why are they trying to give energy to me? What is it that they're trying to do? They're trying to build a healthy bond with me. But why? Maybe they're trying to regenerate something, some wrong that was done before. We have the Hanged Man sideways. I'm going to say this person has been in regret maybe for lifetimes. Could be a Piscean. You notice how this character lugs along the hangman's, I'll say the hangman's noose. Um, I think that this character has hoped, maybe for lifetimes, to be able to gain forgiveness. And this has bothered them tremendously. This is a character who wants the Tower. Yeah, I'm going to say that they have been very bothered. So I don't know what happened in a past life. The Tower can be a place of confinement. It can be a place where you notice how we've got all these staircases that lead nowhere. Maybe in a past life, a character, by the way, we have Aries now. This was no small thing. If somebody feels a measure of like a guilty conscience and they want to set that right, they want to fix the karma in this lifetime. Perhaps they wasted someone's time and energy. Perhaps they had them do their bidding all the time. They were, the whatever, like the person in charge and the person who didn't really treat others nicely. The whatever the lord of the manor who had a lot of serfs working for them, worked in the big mansion and, like made them clean the stairs over and over again just to prove that they were in charge. That kind of pettiness, that kind of negative energy, keeping people's energy on like a hamster wheel that they controlled. That would be something that someone would probably need to make big amends for. And if that's the case, if they finally see, or maybe, in a past life, they recognize the error of that, they recognize that they had done something that they wish that they hadn't. And so now in this lifetime, they are much more benevolent. They are much more about helping people, making sure that people have the best use of their energy, not like they were in a past life where they sucked people's energy away. They could have become like the best boss ever in this lifetime. They could be very much all about helping as many people as possible, because maybe in a past life they were, I don't know, that Tower always feels like somebody who lived in a big old mansion and they were very selfish and they didn't treat others with equal respect. That's what that comes across to for me. So it could have been, someone who had a lot of affluency and never thought about what it's like to not have affluency, how hard life can be. And maybe they realize, man, I was so rude to all my servants. I was so rude to, all the serfs. I was so rude to everyone. It was all about me. And I actually delighted in knowing that they couldn't achieve the things that I got to. That is a very yucky energy. I can see why someone would maybe want to have forgiveness like lifetime after lifetime. If they're trying to right wrongs of their bad behavior in the past, I can see how that would be really important for them in this lifetime. We have a 9 of Swords. Yeah, they are trying very hard to clean up behaviors that they exhibited in a past life. We have a 4 of Pentacles. They were greedy. And we have the Fool card. They are hoping in this lifetime, not hoping, they're determined in this lifetime to set karma correct, to set karma right. I think that if they had greed in a past life, and by the way, this could have been like in a past life, maybe they were a very demanding and wealthy possibly like a feminine, they could be a masculine in this lifetime, doesn't matter. But if they were someone who was all about like hoarding every penny, they already had plenty, but their lust for more shiny things, their lust for more money, their lust to be the lady of the house, the person in charge of the whole manor house, making other people. Yeah, I could see. Here's what's in my mind right now. This is very much a fantasy story, right? But if we had, this is giving me like 1800s vibe here, someone who lived in a very wealthy aspect of society, and they married into an even wealthier family because that's what they wanted. And then in turn, they go ahead and they, if you're this jealous about money, you're probably jealous about a lot of other things. This person could have, you know, they had lots of maids and whatnot in the big old mansion. Yes, they don't want beautiful maids to stay beautiful, so they should work extra hard. They should, like work long hours and know that you may be pretty, but I'm the one in power. I'm the one with money. I'm the one in charge of everything. So, you know what? That would be an attitude where it's so shameful. I can understand how having to like face that inside of themselves, if this character has a memory of behaving that way, or if there's little flickers of that still within themselves and they go, oh, I hate that part of myself. I can't act like that. That's so selfish. It's so unkind. Maybe they were even tempted to kind of, they were in a situation where they could have started to behave that way again in this lifetime, and instead they caught themselves and they said, I am not going to be this person. I am here in this lifetime to correct those errors of my way. I am trying to settle karma, not fall back into my own shadowy side of, being a hoarder, a money oriented. No, I am going to change my ways. This lifetime, I'm going to do things different. I'm here to be kind. I'm here to help. I chose to transform in this lifetime. And I think that attitude is what is coming forward. And they seem to be trying to gain forgiveness. So now let's talk about our lead character, because I'm going to say this storyline, it's interesting to see it from the perspective of, normally we think of like past life recall, where it's going to be our lead character who has these old memories. And it's not. It's the person who did them wrong who has the old memories. So they're here to fix it. So tell me about our lead character who is like, I don't know what this person, why are they so generous with me? Why are they so, look at this, we have a temperance card. What is it that they're trying to gain? What are they trying to resurrect some connection when I barely even know them? It's interesting because I think our lead character can tell this person really wants to have balance with me. Maybe our lead character is saying, I don't know, this with the little angel feather here, maybe they're saying, I know that they need me somehow to be kind to them, or say, oh, that's really nice of you, but I'm not really sure why, but I can tell that they want to be friends with me. Our lead character, by the way, could be a Sagittarius. Embodiment of swords. It's like they understand. Our lead character, in a very logical way, says, all I can figure is that this character who keeps coming toward me, trying to befriend me, trying to heal something with me, I need to give them that absolution. I need to tell them, hey, it's fine. I mean, this could be somebody that's over the top apologetic if they did something very mild, begging forgiveness, trying to make amends in this lifetime for something really simple, the person who like gives an apology card and a bouquet of flowers because they, barely whatever, work colleagues, and one of them cut the other one off on the drive into work, and they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. And it's just like, it's an over the top apology reaction because they need forgiveness for something bigger than that. And I think that our lead character goes, I'm not 100% sure, but they need some kind of like, hey, I'm good. Like, this isn't really a problem. Our lead character is coming across as a king of swords. They may not understand the underlying reason that somebody wants forgiveness, but they do know that someone who did them a little bit dirty in this lifetime has like maybe that's the tip of the iceberg, even though in this lifetime, it's like, I don't know what more they could have done wrong to me in this lifetime that they're so sorry about. But look, it doesn't even matter. It's fine. I can tell this person is apologizing. I can tell that they must really feel guilt. So they must really be trying to become a better person. So you know what? I'm going to tell them it's all right. We all make mistakes, and then we all transform because of it. You see the butterfly here. It's an interesting thing. I think our character is going to subconsciously be a little bit touched, even though I don't think that they'll fully comprehend why is somebody trying so hard to say sorry to me for something. What is it? Where does that deep I need your forgiveness really come from? And I don't think that our lead character has those same memories, but they are astute enough to recognize this person really needs me to tell them that it's okay. I'm fine, you know? And I think, and to say some words of wisdom, our lead character is probably going to be able to tell this person, well, what I've already said, you know, it's like, hey, we all make mistakes, and then we just move on, and we're better because of those mistakes sometimes. So it's fine. But what's interesting is I think our lead character is going to get a little bit of like, I think it's actually going to be nice for them. And again, they may not have any memory of whatever went wrong in a past life in their interaction. I feel very much like it was someone who had a superior attitude to somebody else. Our lead character was like the, you know, in the servitude position, and they were not treated nicely nor fairly at all. That person from their past life could have been very jealous of them, really tried to, you know, take their energy away from them just to throw their weight around and prove that they were in charge. And I think that is not the case in this lifetime. It could very well be that our lead character is in a position of high authority, being that they come across as a king of swords. Even if they're a masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. They're in a position of high authority. Their life is moving forward by leaps and bounds. They could be someone who runs a business. Our lead character could be the business owner in this lifetime, and they are very fair and balanced with people. And they could be, it's probably because things turn, life changes. You know, what we didn't get to do in a past life, we get a chance to do in this lifetime, and we really excel, and we treat people really well because we know what it felt like to be treated poorly. All of that could be locked somewhere in our lead characters' memory banks, but they haven't really accessed it. Why? Because they're not the ones who had something that they needed to fix. It was the other person who comes in and needs our lead characters, needs this King of Swords to give them a pass, more or less. But I think it's funny because I think that our lead character is going to feel a little piece of like, I don't know, but I do feel better the fact that I can tell this person sincerely is sorry, even though it seems a bit out of bounds. You know, later our character could either have a dream about this, they could have murky memories that don't quite put together. It could be, this is the Hanged Man again, but it's in the upright, and obviously we have a very different image on it than we did on that last one. So they may have a very different memory, distant memory that kind of surfaces somewhere in their mind. And maybe it's not necessarily a memory of what happened with that person from past lifetimes, but maybe our lead character has a dream or something about, like, you notice how this is like everything is being lifted. We're letting go of something. And it could be that they wake up feeling really, really good. And it's like, I don't know what just happened, but that person came in and they said this huge, like, ridiculous apology to me just because they kind of, you know, parked in my parking space or whatever it is. But I don't really get what the big deal was. But somehow subconsciously or at the soul level, they do know what it was. And it's like, oh, maybe there was, I don't know, I can't quite grasp what the memory was, but for some reason there is a lifting of the debt and of regret that has finally been paid off in this lifetime. It's a very nice message of letting go. All right, Gigi, I'm going to go ahead and do your card pull in a different video because this one's going to get really long right now. So there will be a free link right there in the description box for your card pull, my love. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.